the Rastafari that stopped a civil war in his country by spreading messages of peace and love. The artist who united people from all over the world by singing reggae music. Today we're gonna tell the story of Bob Marley, one of the greatest singers of all time, and we will reveal moments of his journey that are not shown in the new movie about the life of our beloved Bob. We'll talk about events and situations that Bob Marley needed to overcome until discovering his life purpose, to eternalize his messages of consciousness in the hearts of many generations. Born on February 6, 1945 in 9 Mile, Jamaica, Marley grew up in a very simple environment, facing the harsh reality of poverty from an early age. In Jamaica, the lack of security limited access to education, and few job opportunities negatively marked the country and severely affected the lives of its inhabitants. The island was characterized by deep inequalities and was also the stage for political violence and racial tensions, influencing Marley's worldview and music from his youth. Marley's journey to music began in his teens when he moved to Trenchtown, Kingston, a cradle for many reggae artists. There he formed the Wailers with Peter Tosh and Bunny Wailer. The early years were challenging, with the group struggling to gain recognition. However, their dedication to music and their ability to speak about social and political issues began to attract attention. Through his art, Marley transformed the adversities of his life into global appeals for justice and equality, using his music to inspire societal change. The challenges faced by the Wailers in the early years of their career illustrate the difficulties, especially for artists who, like them, were on the periphery of the established music production and distribution system in the region. Jamaica had a small domestic market and a limited music distribution infrastructure, which was dominated by a few producers and record stores. In the early 60s and 70s, many music producers in Jamaica operated under an exploitative system. The Wailers, like many other emerging artists, faced recording contracts that offered little or no financial return for their work. An example of this was a practice where musicians were paid immediately after recording a track, however, receiving an insignificant amount, with no future rights to the recording. This one-time payment could be as low as a few Jamaican pounds, without consideration for eventual music success. This abusive relationship severely limited the artist's earning potential and did not encourage the development of a long-term career in music. Beyond these unfair commercial production practices, the Wailers also faced significant challenges in distributing their music. Getting their songs played on the few radio stations on the island was extremely difficult, especially for songs addressing social and political themes considered controversial. This was aggravated by the fact that reggae was not widely accepted by the Jamaican elite and was often associated with poorer communities and Rastafari culture, facing various types of social and racial prejudice. But these challenges also further strengthened the group's purpose, which sought by all means to share their positive messages with the people. The change came when the Wailers were introduced to Chris Blackwell, businessman and founder of Island Records. Blackwell recognized the band's international potential and offered them a contract that not only provided a significant financial breakthrough, but also greater creative autonomy over their productions. This allowed the Wailers to record their album Catch a Fire with high-quality production resources and the capacity to reach the international market. This move was crucial for overcoming the limitations of the Jamaican market and opening paths for global distribution, helping to solidify reggae as a globally recognized musical genre and establishing the Wailers as its major references. This is how Bob Marley and his band managed to fight an exploitative system to become global reggae icons, fulfilling their purpose of carrying messages of social justice, peace, and love beyond Jamaica's borders. Another determining factor in the formation of Bob Marley's character was his involvement with the Rastafari religion. This connection was a turning point in his life and career. Rastafarianism, with its roots in Africa, provided Marley with a spiritual foundation and clarified his life mission. Bob Marley formally adopted the Rastafari movement in the mid-60s, around the age of 20. Rastafarianism taught Marley several fundamental lessons that became central to his music and way of being, but we can highlight the main three. Cannabis, often called ganja in Rastafari culture, has a significant role in Rastafari religion, being used as a sacramental and spiritual tool. Followers of Rastafarianism see cannabis not just as a substance for recreational use, but primarily as a way of meditation and introspection that brings the user closer to Jah. The practicing of smoking ganja is often incorporated into religious rituals known as nyabingi, where it's used to aid in meditation, Bible study, and the production of a higher state of consciousness that facilitates the communication with the divine. Bob Marley's relationship with cannabis was deeply rooted in his Rastafarian faith. He used it as a part of his religious practice and was a way to connect spiritually. Marley spoke openly about his use of cannabis, advocating for its spiritual and medical benefits. The herb was a central component of both his personal life and musical expression, serving as a source of inspiration and reflection. The impact of cannabis on Marley's music can be seen in the lyrics of his songs such as Kaya and Easy Skanking, which explicitly refer to the use of cannabis, celebrating its ability to bring peace, relaxation, and mental clarity. Resistance to the Babylonian system. In Rastafarianism, the concept of Babylon symbolizes the oppressive Western and materialistic power system. Marley used his music as a tool to poke at the contradictions of this system. In a famous interview, Bob responded to an American reporter asking if he considered himself a wealthy person with the following statement.
Are you a rich man?
When you mean rich, what you mean?
Do you have a lot of possessions? A lot of money in the bank?
Position make you rich? I don't have that type of richness. My richness is life, forever.
Unity and love. Rastafarianism also emphasizes the importance of love and unity among people as foundations for global healing and peace. Often they avoid terms like you or they, because those who follow the Rastafari philosophy believe that we are all one, so they use the term I and I to remind that there is no distinction between us. Marley became a spokesperson for these principles and sought to promote unity and love through his lyrics and by example. Moreover, the religion sharpened his social and political awareness, driving him to address issues of injustice, inequality, and oppression in his music. These teachings not only shaped Marley's music, making it full of powerful messages, but also influenced his way of being, characterized by deep spirituality, peaceful resistance, and an untiring commitment to expanding consciousness worldwide. However, Marley was persecuted by opponents and even survived an assassination attempt. The attack occurred at Marley's residence in Kingston. Armed men invaded the house, firing multiple shots. Marley was wounded in the left arm and chest, but luckily the injuries were not fatal. His wife Rita Marley was also hit in the head, and his manager Don Taylor was seriously injured, but both survived as well. Despite the attack he suffered just 2 days before, Marley decided to perform at the One Love Peace concert held in 1978 in Kingston, Jamaica. This event is highlighted in a newly released film in cinemas worldwide, which covers the period of intense political violence on the island, where Marley managed to unite two rival political leaders, Michael Manley and Edward Sega, on stage, in a symbolic gesture of unity and peace. This act was seen by the world as a demonstration of courage, resilience, and Bob Marley's commitment to the peace and unity of his people. The concert attracted a huge crowd, with estimates ranging from 60,000 to 80,000 people, transcending the political and social divisions of the time. A particularly striking quote by Bob Marley has been etched in the minds of many people when he said, "The bad people don't take a day off from making the world a worse place, so why should I?" Marley went to stage with still fresh wounds, which only added to the emotional impact of his performance. He sang for about 90 minutes, delivering messages of peace, love, and unity through his music. This event is often remembered not just for the music, but also for Marley's powerful gesture in favor of peace, showing that despite threats of his life, his tireless dedication to unifying his people and fighting violence remained unshakable. But besides music, Marley also faced serious health issues during this period. While playing football in 1977, Marley injured the big toe of his right foot. The initial injury seemed minor, however the wound was slow to heal and over time became more serious. It's believed that the failure of the wound to heal was a factor that led to the discovery of cancer. Marley was diagnosed with malignant melanoma, a type of skin cancer under the nail of his toe. The initial medical recommendation was the amputation of the toe to prevent the spread of cancer, but Marley refused the surgery. His Rastafari faith, which discourages the removal of body parts, was one of the reasons for his refusal. along with his passion for playing football and concern about the impact an amputation would have on his musical career. Marley's decision to not amputate the toe had significant consequences. Despite his illness, Marley continued to record and perform until his health severely deteriorated in 1980. Bob Marley passed away on May 11, 1981 at the age of 36, but his music and his message of love and unity live on. He left a legacy that transcends music. He became a symbol of resistance against oppression, an advocate for peace, and a cultural icon that unites people from all backgrounds worldwide. He not only popularized reggae globally, but also used his platform to speak about issues of unity, love, and humanity. His legacy is a testament to the power of music as a force for global transformation. It resonates eternally with his lyrics and music that continues to move generations. The hero's journey ends here. If you like this episode, please leave a like to reach more people. And if you want to receive more content like this, then subscribe to our channel to learn more about other heroes' journeys. I'll see you next time.